Mastering your money mindset is the key to becoming wealthy in 2025. In this video, we're going to be talking about my top tips to attract and manifest more money into your life. So if you love manifestation and you want to be that wealthy woman you idolize, this is the secret formula. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily. I'm an engineer and a certified psychology coach. The first thing you need to do is to get out of your poverty mindset. If you are still living in fight or flight, thinking that your financial life is in ruin, you will act in accordance with that belief. The internal story you tell yourself about your financial life has the capacity to make or break your reality. If you want to uplevel your finances this year, you have to start thinking like a wealthy person. You can't keep feeding the story that you're poor, that you have no money, that you're bad with money, nothing ever works out for you if you want to manifest a life of richness, abundance, and wealth. This is why almost all manifestation systems have some way for you to step into the energy of your ideal self, because you have to start acting like her if you want to build her life. Things like creating a vision board, doing scripting, doing mirror affirmations, all help you to raise your vibrational energy and get in the emotional state you need to be in order to cultivate your dream reality. If you're looking for my book recommendations, I totally recommend you guys pick up this book, Manifest by Raskett. She has some really great step-by-step systems in order for you to let go of limiting beliefs and to step into the dream version of yourself. Because if you just create your vision board, that's great, but there's not a whole lot that's gonna happen unless you have the actions to back that up. Manifestation is belief plus action equals new life. You can't have one without the other. You have to first believe you're someone who is worthy and capable of building that dream life, and then you have to do what is required in order to get there. Mindset first, hack your mind and manifest your dream future. Now, I have a few tactical tools for you guys to help manifesting. If you want to completely change your financial life, manifestation techniques have to be your priority every single day. Manifesting is the act of turning your dreams into reality. And it is not just magic. The word abracadabra actually means, in Hebrew, I create my reality with my words. The words you speak to yourself and to the universe are like spells that create your new world. So in order to help you guys to create better uplifted stories, to step into the better version of yourself, these are some things I do. Firstly, I get myself a planner, and in this planner, every single day, I make note of the positive things I did that will help build a better reality for me. So I don't use this like a typical scheduler. I actually use it as a way of keeping track of the positive habits I do that will help me grow into a better version of myself. I got this really cute personalized one on Papier, but tons of different places online. I just thought the blue design was really cute. So for example, this is one of my weeks and it has all the positive things I did. It has some affirmations in it, and it also has some positive plans for the future. And this has been a really big unlock for me because it helps me to really quantify everything I'm doing that will help me become better. I also got all these cute stickers for it that totally help me to uplevel my mood, so highly recommend. Being crafty is one of my fun ways that I raise my vibe. Another thing that I do in order to manifest faster is I journal every single day. In my journal, we'll make my gratitude list, things that I'm grateful for in the moment, because you cannot build a better life if you're not first grateful for what you have now. If you want God and the universe to bring in more up-leveled manifestations, you first have to feel gratitude for what He's already brought into your life. So every day, I make my gratitude list. I am grateful for XYZ, and then I make a positive future gratitude list as well with all the manifestations I want. In the future gratitude list, I will write, I am so happy now that I am a wealthy, abundant woman. This helps me to feel and act as if I am already her. Yes, gratitude for the present, and yes, gratitude for the future, because I know if the dream is in my heart, that means I'm meant to have it, and it will come to me eventually if I stay in that positive energy and do what is required to get it. Already scripting out and being thankful for those manifestations as if they've already happened helps them to come to me faster. Just an example, this is kind of what my daily journal would look like. I've got a nice affirmation here. I have some positive, uplifting, inspirational quotes. I have one of my favorite quotes from a fantasy book, and I have a little mood tracker just to kind of keep track of how I'm feeling that day. And I'll write here all of the things that I'm grateful for, my prayers, and things that have gone on the day that I need to get out of my system. I have been journaling for over a decade now, and at my house I have a giant stack of them, so I'll do a full video for you guys on all the lessons I have learned over a decade of journaling, because it is one of the biggest habits that has up-leveled my consciousness and up-leveled my life. In the Tiny Manifestation Hacks video, I did talk a little bit about your magical crystals, because I am dubious as to whether or not the crystals themselves have any power, but I am of the opinion that if you give belief to something, it then has it. So one of the things that I do in order to feel more gratitude in my life is I actually carry around in my handbag what I call my manifestation rock. This little gratitude rock is pink quartz, and I just got it because it was really cute and it called to me when I saw it in the store. I pop this in my handbag, and every time I see it, I take a moment in the day to think about what I'm grateful for. I say, I'm so thankful for X, Y, and Z that happens in my day, and it instantly helps me feel more relaxed, more present in the moment, and really just take a moment to appreciate what's happening in my life. Definitely get yourself a little totem in order to remind yourself to be positive throughout the day. Okay, after you have hacked your mindset and done everything you can to intellectually write yourself a new story to help you mentally get out of poverty consciousness and starting to act more like the wealthy woman you idolize, now we're going to get into some serious educational tips. Every wealthy person I know who can both attract and keep money is immensely educated on the subject of money itself. No one who is immensely wealthy is confused about how to make it and how to keep it. So I personally didn't learn much about financial education in school. It's something I had to teach myself later in life, but it has paid off in dividends for me. Every time I take the opportunity to learn more about money, I get better at keeping it, investing it, and bringing more of it into my life. There are tons of financial gurus that you can look to online if you want to make more money and be better with your personal budget. I would suggest Ramit Sethi being my personal favorite. You guys know, as an engineer, I am obsessed with successful systems to build new habits. So definitely check out his book. It is the most actionable personal finance book I have ever found. And there is a whole video on the channel on this book, but this is his 6-week guide to completely changing your financial life. And after you complete all the steps in this book, your financial life will be completely transformed. He goes through all of the basics of creating budgets, learning how to live your wealthy life, learning how to invest for the future, and learning how to feel abundant in the process. Because if you're anything like me, you don't want to wait until you're 65 in order to live your dream life. I want to live it now. Thank you. So he helps you learn how to prioritize the money you do have in order to save for the future, but also live the life of your dreams in this moment. So highly recommend. And I think his tone is just like really uplifted and positive. Money gurus can be really stingy and cheap and depressing to listen to. Like, if someone else tells me to save on my $3 coffee, I'm gonna lose it. Like, it does not move the needle if you are saving $3 at Starbucks every day. It just doesn't add up. But if you can manage to save on big ticket expenses like transportation, like housing, and like your food, that saves way more money than saving money on Starbucks ever will. The next book I'll recommend for you guys if you want to up-level your financial life is to get this book, The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. This is not the step-by-step guide to save more money. This is how to hack your mindset to feel financially abundant and how to make money decisions that serve your psychology, not just your wallet. Most of us know what we have to do on paper in order to feel more abundant and to have our wealth grow, but we don't actually know how to change the behavior behind that. It is easy in theory to spend less than you make and then you'll have lots of money, but in order to actually do that, you have to know underneath what limiting beliefs are holding you back from doing what's required. This book, more than anything, taught me how to feel like I have enough, feel like I'm abundant, and to make financial decisions that support my emotional well-being, not just my financial well-being. The number one hack if you want to feel more financially abundant is you have to hack your psychology. You can't just hack your bank account, because if you're still operating and living in habits that are keeping you poor, it's because there's a psychological block in your system that's keeping you from doing the habits of people who have wealth and abundance in their life. I think this book is so helpful for your financial success that I actually did an entire video on the channel as well, so definitely check that out. But this has helped me more than any other book to change my financial life. The next thing that helped me to create more wealth and abundance in my life is to let go of poverty mindset and to let go of my pride. I think that pride keeps us spending to prove to other people that we have or had money than it does from actually becoming wealthy. Every time you buy a fancy handbag, every time you buy a new sparkly outfit, you have to ask yourself, am I buying this for myself, or am I buying it to prove to other people that I'm enough, that I have money, that I'm impressive, yada yada yada. I want to live in alignment with the dream version of myself, and she unapologetically makes decisions for herself regardless of what other people think. So the idea that I would buy a new handbag just to kind of fit in with other people is absolutely ridiculous to me. I like nice things. I get it. If you like sparkle just for you, that is a great use of your money if it makes you feel wonderful. But if you're spending your money to prove to people that you don't even like that you're enough, you are damaging your wallet and you're damaging your psychology. The happiest people I know and the wealthiest people I know make decisions unapologetically for themselves, not other people. Even if you on paper are buying yourself a nice apartment because you think it'll give you a better life, just take a pause and ask, is this in the best interest of my future self? Is this for me, or is it to prove to other people that I've made it? If you're making any decision to prove to other people that you've made it, put your credit card down. It is not worth it. The next tip I have for you guys, if you want to manifest more money, is to break up with your broke friends. If you're still floating around in circles with people who have poverty mindset, are telling themselves that it's impossible to grow and get out of their situation, who are acting like victims, who are pulling you down and helping to cultivate bad money habits, it is time to let them go. You can't change your life if you're still being held back by people who are keeping you stuck in an old, unproductive mentality. You are the sum of the people who you spend the most time with. If you want to grow into a wealthier person, you have to surround yourself with people who are what you want to become like. Just for osmosis, you will absorb the habits and mentalities of the people around you. If you want to become wealthy, change your circle. I have in my life a little system that I call inner circle training, which literally is like the dating process for the friends in my life. If you can't up-level my life in some way or form, there just isn't space for you. I have big ambitious goals in my life, and my close circle of friends and family need to be supporting me in achieving those. I can not have people speaking negativity into my brain and giving me advice for my life that actively hinders my goals. So if you're having trouble to change your financial life, I need you to take a hard look at who's around you and ruthlessly cut off people who are not like the person you want to become. Okay, the next step in order to magnetize more wealth into your life is to change your environment. Your friend circle deeply influences your personal mentality and your personal habits. Also, the environment in which you live has a huge impact on the person you will become. It impacts the friends who are around you, it impacts your dating pool, it impacts the daily habits that you have, the opportunities that you have, and just your overall emotional well-being. If you live in a very isolated area with no opportunity around you, it will be 10 times harder for you to magnetize positive experiences into your life, as opposed to living in an area where there's a ton of community and opportunities around you. Obviously, it's a lot harder to snap your fingers and instantly move, but if you want to up-level your life, you gotta change your environment. You can rearrange your room to be up-leveled, to be more like the person you want to become, and to reflect the habits that you want to have. And yes, if you want to change your life, I would seriously consider moving, because you cannot heal and you cannot change when you're still stuck in the same environment where your life fell apart. Okay, and the final hack I have for you guys, if you want to magnetize and manifest more wealth into your life, is to start acting like the wealthy woman you idolize. Dress like her, talk like her, walk through the world as if you own it. It's easy for us to understand in a work context that we have to cultivate our personal image in order to be perceived as more professional, more competent, and more confident. That rule doesn't change when you're in your personal life. If you want to feel wealthier, you have to start dressing like the wealthy people you idolize. I feel the most confident and the most in charge of my destiny when I'm dressing like the ideal version of myself. On camera, I always make an effort to wear a cute outfit for you guys because it makes me so happy, it puts me in a good mood, and it really just up-levels my emotional vibration. And that has downstream effects to positively impact the rest of my life. Start stepping into the version of yourself you need to be to cultivate your rich life. I hope that was helpful for everyone. I know everyone has been a little stressed about what's going on in the markets in the US recently, and I just wanted to give you some optimistic things that you can do that are actually within your control. You have no control over what happens in the stock market. You can only control your actions. Don't stress sell all of your positions. You will guarantee a loss. But if you keep optimistic about the future, you work to change your life in positive ways and bring more wealth and abundance into your life, it is no use for you to stress over things you have no control over changing. That's all I have for you guys today. Please let me know in the description box below what future videos you would love me to make and learn more about.